Tommaso Della Longa speaks for the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. Welcome to the programme. What are your teams telling you about the situation on the ground in Gaza?
Yeah, first, thanks a lot for having me today. What the Palestine Red Crescent colleagues are telling us is that the situation is simply unbearable for the people in Gaza. It's just a nightmare that is renewed day after day, where people are struggling to find all the basics. We're talking about lack of food, of water, of health support. And in particular, what we are hearing is that the health support that the Palestine Red Crescent colleagues are trying to give to the communities they serve it will be less in the next hours and days, basically because there is lack of medicine, lack of medical equipment, and lack of fuel for the generators.
I guess the world is familiar with what happens after a natural disaster, but what can aid groups possibly do to mitigate what is a man-made famine?
I think that is a very good question, and is part of the frustration that the humanitarian sector has. I think that, of course, we are, the framework where we are all working as humanitarians is set up by the international communities, by the parties of the conflict. Of course, let's say without having access to Gaza Strip, without having the possibility to bring humanitarian aid inside the Gaza Strip, we cannot do properly our work. So I think that it's up to the international community to do their utmost to make sure that the people in Gaza will get what they need. Sadly, we have been repeating the same messages for almost 19 months, and still the situation is what we are seeing.
The Israeli military offensive intensifies, it continues. I mean, what does that mean in straightforward terms for the most vulnerable people in Gaza?
Well, it means that people are displaced around Gaza maybe for the 14th or 15th time. It means that people feel that there is no safety for them. It means that there is no logistics to move around the Gaza Strip. It means that father and mothers don't know how to feed their own children or where to find health support for their relatives. So again, as I said, needs are enormous, are increasing day after day, and the more we're not able to keep up the humanitarian operation at scale, the more we will see the suffering of people growing.
It's an awful milestone to have to mark, but we are now at 19 months of attacks on Gaza. What is your outlook on how long Gaza can endure?
Well, I don't think that anyone in the world could continue to survive to this level of suffering. Now, sadly, for the situation that the people in Gaza has to suffer in many, many years, not just in the last 19 months, the level of resilience of the community in Gaza, it's really incredible. But this is, of course, is not acceptable. So the idea and the request is really that the entire international community will make the utmost, of course, to protect civilians and protect humanitarian workers, but really to scale up the entrance of humanitarian aid, and then to create a situation where we are able to do our work, because it's not enough to bring a truck on the border inside the Gaza Strip. Then you need to create a condition where humanitarian teams can work, and then civilians can feel protected and respecting in getting what they need.
Tommaso, thank you for joining us again. Tommaso Della Longa, who speaks for the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies.